Hey everybody, this is Kaci. Thanks for tuning in. I am looking at GBPCAD today. I'm going to do a technical analysis on it. For those of you who are not subscribed to the channel, if you're looking for more analysis like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're looking for a community of traders, you'll want to check out the link below the video where we do no-cost training a couple times a month. So you're welcome to join us, but let's take a look at this pair. Let's see what's going on. So again, for those of you who are new, I am starting off on the higher time frame. The process that I go through is a monthly time frame analysis, and what that entails is me going to each time frame, so that either the weekly, the daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and finding my swing highs and swing lows. For those of you who are not familiar, a swing high by definition is a formation, a candle formation that has a high center candle and 2 candles to the left that are lower and 2 candles to the right that are lower. Now the swing low is the inverse, where you have a center candle that is lower and 2 candles to the right that are higher, and 2 candles to the left that are higher. So this is a swing high setup. The swing low setup is the inverse. It's the opposite. So instead of this formation, you would have something that looks a little bit like this. Now, will it always look exactly like this? No. You'll have short bodies, you'll have really long wicks, you'll have all kind of interesting looking things. But if the basis of it looks like this, that's your swing low, swing high. These areas are important because they're high reversal areas, right? And so that's the area that I want to pay attention to, because if price breaks above or below, that means that, the direction of price could be potentially changing. So I am starting off on the weekly, and I'm looking at the setup here, and I am looking, and I don't have a swing high yet here. So I can't count this. I'm sorry, swing low. I can't count this as a swing low. So I got to go to my last swing low, which was here. I've got the center candle with the wick here. And then I got 2 candles to the left that are higher and 2 candles to the right that are higher. So I'm going to go over to my toolbox, grab the horizontal ray, and I'm going to drop that there. I've already saved a template. So this is going to be my long-term support. And people always ask me, like, well, how do you know what year, what month to look at? Like, I don't look at month. I don't pay attention to time. I just look at the structure of the market. Let me update this because that was wrong. Okay, so I've saved my template. I've got each level color coded so that I can quickly refer to when I'm on the go. I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit farther to not prove a point to you guys, but really to prove a point to you. I'm going to grab the whole horizontal line. And so one of the first exercises that I was doing when I first started learning how to trade, the person who was showing me this had me go through and identify at least 3 times where this level had been hit as support. And so you'll see this is a very strong level of support right here. And we can go back. We're in 2016. That's a level of support, We'll see a level of support here as well. Definite support here. Now we're in 2008. I think we're going to go up from there. So let me go back. So I'm okay with choosing this level, and I'm comfortable with what I've seen thus far. You guys who do watch the channel on a regular basis know that I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to my chart. So I don't like a whole lot of indicators on there. So I've identified the long-term support. I may even just mark this just in case. Long-term support. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my swing high. So this is the last swing high that I had, most recent, long-term resistance. And then I'm also going to mark the one from last year too, just because it's a very significant level. And we'll do this as long-term resistance as well. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and drop down to the lower time frame, which is a daily, and I'm going to look for the levels of support and resistance within the area that I've identified as a long-term support and resistance. So typically I'll go from the swing high to the swing low, back to the swing high, which is going to be here. I'm going to grab my horizontal ray and I'm going to drop it and label this daily resistance. And then I do the same thing for the swing low. So my last swing low was in this zone here. We do have a formation. I got a low center candle, 2 to the left that are higher, 2 to the right. So I'm going to identify this as my daily support. All right. And then I'm going to drop down to the 4 hour. And let me align this. And then I'll go back and draw my zones. My 4 hour, and I'm looking for my areas. I'm sorry. I'm looking for my swing high and swing low areas on the 4 hour. And we got the swing high, the swing low. We got a small pullback. And I'm gonna mark this as, let me go back and see. Yeah, that's a level. So looking in the past, looking to my left, I chose this area here, and this is past support, and it hasn't proven yet to be past resistance on the larger scale. On the smaller scale, it has though. So I'm gonna identify that as my 4 hour resistance. Okay. And then, I'm not going to choose. Let me see. Yes, I am. So looking left, and you always want to look left because it'll tell you the story of what's going on in the market. Looking left, this was a past level. I'm going to drop a whole horizontal line though to see what's going on in the past. Yeah, this is a level of support. So look what I'm looking at so you guys can see. So I identified that area. Price couldn't break through there. Price couldn't break through here either. Price kind of dipped. It was a fake out, but it's support here. Now what I want to see is if I see a level of resistance. Yeah, this is strong support in this area. Here's the level of resistance right here. Let me see if I can find another. Definite support. Here's a level of resistance. Yeah, I need to pay attention to this level. I do. Yeah. Yep, it's resistance right here. Yeah, so this is a level I'm going to pay attention to. Let me see. Let me get these off my chart. Okay. And oh, I didn't. Let me put because I don't want a whole line across the chart. So I'm gonna grab my horizontal ray and we're gonna drop this here. So I'm gonna drop down to the hour. Oh, let me put 4 hour support. 4 hour support. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, because I'm not gonna go down to the hourly just yet. I just want to see. My fib levels. For those of you who don't watch the channel, I'm a very big Fibonacci tool person. Like I swear by fib. People often ask me like what my strategy is, and I'm like, strategy. I just go through and find swing highs, swing lows. I use trend lines and Fibonacci. That's pretty much it. So I unfortunately can't offer you guys any razzle dazzle with, you know, moving averages and things like that. My analysis is pretty, in my opinion, basic, but what I'm doing now is just looking at my fib setup to see if we've hit an extension, to see if price might make a reversal. So I measured from my swing high up here to my first swing low, which is here. I look for the pullback, and there's a pullback at the 61.8 level. So you'll see that my Fibonacci tool is color coded. So I have the 61.8, the 50, and the 38.2 in red, and these are what I call entry levels. So if I'm looking to get into a trade, had price come back and hit this here, I would have entered at the 61.8, and my stop loss would have been above my last high. So because that is roughly, that's 100 pip stop loss, that's kind of high. I would adjust my lot size based on the setup. Like I don't tell what I want to do. I go based on what the market is giving me, right? So if I only want to risk 2% of my account, I put in, into my calculator that I only want, like, my stop loss is 100 and I'm trading GBPCAD, and my account size is, whatever it is, and it'll tell me exactly what my position size should be. But this trade was like 61.8. Anything in red is going to go to the red extension, or anticipated to go to the red extension. Let me not say for sure. But it's anticipated to go to the red extension. And these levels here with the negative numbers are extensions. These are the first level of extensions. These are the second level. So typically I'll only price out till the first level. So this was, let me see. This took 13 days, but it was 417 pips. Good God. So you risk 100 pips to make 417. That's an amazing setup. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so we hit that level. So now I'm going to measure the next swing high, swing low. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so swing high to the next swing low. We got to pull back here. And actually, no, hold on. I'm going to do this. Remove. Yeah, I'm going to go from there. Okay. So I got to pull back to the 50%. So I would have known my take profit was here. That's a shorter one though. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me go back. This is what I like about Smart Trader. It's already there and I don't have to keep pulling out my fib to do this. So swing high, swing low, we pulled back here. This was C. Okay, so when I talk about, like, this is A and I say D extension, this is why. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Okay, so I'm looking for the setup after this. Let me go ahead and let me see. So my C becomes my new A. And here we go. There we go. So the D extension has been hit. So we did from swing high to swing low. Price came back exactly to the 618. And it hit the extension. So the D extension has been hit. So this to me is going to be coming for a reversal based off of what I understand about the market. Let me see how many pips this was though. So enter at the 618. Ooh-wee, how did I miss? I didn't get in on this one. Yeah, this is 655 pips over 15 days. Wow, I missed this. Dang, I'm kind of mad about it too. This started May 1st. Hold on. No, April 21st. Okay. Yeah, I missed this. So for those of you who are trying to figure out what I'm talking about, let me delete this and go back. Okay. So I measured from C becomes my new A. So this would be A, right? This right here, A. Then my low, my swing low is here. This is B. Like, yeah, price peaked through. It tested this low several times, but then it eventually pulled back up to the 618. So this becomes C. And then the D extension would have been here. So had you not been able to see all of this just based off this markup, you would have been able to tell, like, okay, I'm waiting for the pullback to enter in for the long-term sale. So we hit a D extension right here. We hit it on May 6th and I missed this buy. Oh, Lord. Okay. So let me get this off. This was, what I say, 600 and this was, because I would have traded it to this level or a little bit before, 664 pips. Okay. That was a dope setup. Man. I'm gonna get over it. So it looks like the D extension has been hit. At this point, what I'm going to do, C becomes a new A. So I think there's another wave down, potentially, in my opinion. If this happens, this will become the new. So what I'm looking for is here. So I'm looking at here. Let me get rid. Bear with me, y'all. Sorry. And I know this video is a little long, but I try to be as thorough as possible in my explanations to you guys. So this would be the new A. This would be the B. And then where I'm anticipating price to come back to is going to be the C. And then potentially we would have to, let me see. I got to go up. Potentially price could potentially. Yeah, I don't know. It's got 16433 as the next take profit level. But we would have to break through these levels in order to make it to this past low. Like price hasn't been this low in GBPCAD since last year, this time, or last year, March. So that would be interesting to see. But for right now, what I think is happening is that there's a buy opportunity. Price is probably going to come back up to this area because past here, like it hasn't, this area is where past support has been, and price hasn't come back to retest this area. So I strongly think that price is probably going to come back to that area to retest it. Right now, let me get rid of this. Right now, I'm going to go from my swing low to my swing high, and see, this matches up. This matches up right here. So I did from swing low to swing high, and prices pull back to the red zone. So assuming that price stays in this red zone, the take profit is here, 173. So based off of my rules and how I trade, I would enter at any of these red levels. Preferably, I like the 61.8 to give me the highest risk to reward setups. Yeah, to give me the highest risk to reward setups. But yeah, I'm looking at a buy setup on here. Where's my long tool? And then I'm just gonna place my stop below the last low, because if it takes it out, it's definitely a signal that price is going the opposite direction. So this is 345 pips, and let me drop this. Yeah, 345 pips. Yeah, this is almost 4-1. You're risking 100 pips to make almost 400. This is a beautiful setup. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for on here. I should have drawn my zones. I didn't. I'll do that on the published chart. And my zones are just like from the top of the wick to the top of the body of the candle. And then I go ahead and add in and align it with like whatever zone it's in and stretch it across, because price comes to an area and not a line. So this trend has been down since February of this year. I think what we're about to see is a pullback, but it's a buy opportunity for like 300 pips or so. So I like this setup. Let me know what you guys think below. If you like this video, if it has provided any value for you, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're looking for a group of like-minded individuals in the trading game, make sure you make sure you join our Forex Facebook mastermind group. We'd love to have you. And I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them below, or leave me your thoughts on what you think about this pair. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.